Okay, good evening. It's August 7th, Sunday night, about 8 p.m. And I decided to start putting more of my thoughts down on paper. And yet, with all the technology that we have, could be a good opportunity to start putting some videos together. These are some personal reflections and on specific topics. These are topical videos, and there's no business vested interest in this at this time. It's just some personal reflections for anyone that wants to hear it. Me, Patrick Jones, just giving some personal reflections on worthwhile matters for young men. So this is for young men. The title of this for today is How Can I Be a Better Man? And these are some thoughts that I put down. First off, stop saying things about myself that make me sound weak. We're in a very self-deprecating society, almost because the thought is if I put myself down, then at least I beat y'all to it. That's faulty thinking, though. Stop allowing weak feelings to overwhelm me. There's a lot of people prone to anxiety today. There's a lot of worrisome ways of life. It doesn't do any good. It's maladaptive. We have to adapt and overcome. Consider the positive. Consider what I have control of. Consider my achievements and my sense of direction as to where I am going. These are good thoughts to have. Consider my sense of direction. Consider what has been accomplished. Staying positive. These are good ideas. They really are. And especially when a person lives these things out. Find something worth fighting for and stand up for it. Be an advocate of change for what I want to see happen. We have to be our own advocates, our own agents of change. Find the principles and qualities that I will anchor myself to, and then anchor myself to it with all that I can. Such examples would be strength, hard work, discipline, diligence, foresight, persistence, resilience. These are worthwhile pursuits. To be a man of class, of high society, to be a professional, to be a man of faith and of positive belief. These are worthwhile. Some of the things I have been up against has been my own body fighting against me. Sometimes those things happen with our health. Insufficient resources. I can't make this decision because I don't have enough resources or infrastructure to make it happen. We can think in terms of limitations, or we can think outside the box where we find opportunity, where we make opportunity, where we make it happen. Some of the things that I've been up against has been insufficient energy, a lack of morale. If we're down, we got to find a way to boost it up. We got to pick it up. We got to wake up. Sleeping in through half the day is not going to cut it. We have to be people of initiative. We have to be young men with our eye on the prize, with that make it happen mindset. I must equip myself with tools, exercise myself in both my strengths and my weaknesses. If we're only exercising our strengths, then our weaknesses are just going to remain as deficits. We have to strengthen what we're weak in. Me personally, I used to have a speech impediment as a child, and now I'm paid to speak to groups. Think about that. Stay connected to your social system. If people are offering to help, Sometimes we have to take the humble approach, take that seat of humility, and accept the help. Everyone needs a little bit of help. Vice versa, if there's someone in your social circle that can benefit from you stepping in and lending a hand, that's important too. It's about being connected, not being disconnected and at a distance because of the technology or because of social idiosyncrasies or social phobias. We have to exercise our opportunities, strengthen our weaknesses, and then keep our strengths, and basically keeping what we've got. If you have a strength, that's great. If you have many strengths, that's wonderful. The idea is to keep those, to maintain them, and then also pick up what has become a deficit in life. Just because you have goals that have gone unreached, that doesn't make them any less valuable. In fact, if that's the case, what that means is you got to pursue those goals with even more tenacity. You've got to get after it. If those are worthwhile goals, then don't stop. Level it up. Pick up the pace. Get after it. It's still worthwhile pursuing. Much can be obtained with some persistence and fortitude. This is what it says in Ecclesiastes 9:11. I'm not a minister, but I've gone to Christian schooling. I'm a believer, and it makes good, reasonable sense. It's just logical. It gets results. It's fruitful, right? Ecclesiastes 9:11. The race is not given to the swift or to the strong, but to the one who endures to the end. So we must be people of stamina, of endurance, to run the race, to keep the faith, as it says. We've got to stay with it. We've got to persist and to not give up, to not shy away when adversities face us, but to see it through. Discipline is of enormous value with any industry, with any way of life. And without discipline, when the slightest form of adversity confronts a person, they shy away. And there's no staying power. They veer off course at a moment's notice when adversity or obstacle faces them. So discipline allows someone to withstand the rigors of opposition. It's very important. So with discipline and persistence, a person can continue on to reach desired results. That's important. So this little commentary was titled on How Can I Be a Better Man? And the goal is to uphold those principles that you've known to be true and worthwhile in pursuing all this time. To not grow weary in well-doing, but to persist. Again, Ecclesiastes 9:11 says, the race is not given to the swift or to the strong, but to the one who endures to the end. Hopefully there's some worthwhile thoughts to think about, and you too can put your ideas together. Put it down on paper. Make a presentation of it. Do what is necessitated of you to be able to activate these things in your life. To be able to pass this on to others, to be part of the process. Being part of the process is receiving and also giving out. Sometimes you've got to receive. Sometimes you've got to fill your cup. An empty cup cannot be poured out to others. So you've got to replenish yourself with these values and with these encouragements. But it's also important to be able to give encouragements out, to promote these things in others' lives, to help being part of the answer and not the dilemma. Hopefully these were things that were an encouragement, promoting your own views. And again, these are going to be some periodic presentations, and I hope this helps. Good night.